Hello, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to another Tuesday second video. It is because Marquee Matchups is here. Of course, once again, every single week. Now, let's face it, I'm probably not going to do as well as last week's video because I managed to get myself a legend in that one. So that was pretty awesome from Marquee Matchups rewards. But today we're getting a premium gold players pack as the main reward. And if you do enjoy today's video, find it useful, anything like that, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I'd greatly appreciate it. So a 25k pack followed by a jumbo premium gold pack, which I'm not too sure what that is. Premium Electrum Players Pack, that's quite a good one I think, the Premium Electrum. A Rare Consumables Pack and a Rare Gold Pack. So some half decent pack rewards I would say from today's Marquee Matchups. I'm going to actually start in the bottom right hand corner for this Copenhagen versus Brøndby particular matchup. Now, I couldn't really think of a way to do this where I could just use like 6 players from the Alka Superliga. So I've ended up just building a full-on Danish league squad, and it did end up costing me mostly silver players. As you can see, I've only got 1 bronze player in there. Now for me, I've got all of these players in my club, so it didn't really matter, but I would say that this is one of the leagues where the prices are going to absolutely skyrocket, so get in there early if you can, or potentially wait nearly all week until people sort of dwindle and sell off before the next Marquee Matchups. Hopefully you guys have done some packs along the way, and even just from the silver packs that we got from previous Marquee Matchups and other SBCs, that's how I imagine I've got these players in my club, because let's face it, I mean, I might have picked a few of them up as rare, as like random players in gold packs that I'm opening with FIFA points, but mostly I would say that these are from silver reward packs. So not any particular thought process here of just apart from get as much, get the rating up to 65 overall, which did take quite a few silvers rather than just using bronzes. And like, I mean, I imagine this particular player plays for the same club as the Dead Link. So I mean, he's already got like a 1500 bid on him. What about this left midfielder who plays for Copenhagen? I mean, hopefully they're not actually 10k. I imagine there'll be lots listed under that, and you'll be able to snipe them, no doubt about it. But yeah, just to let you know right off the bat that this is probably the more expensive one for Marquee Matchups this week. So maybe try and figure that one out first. Don't leave it till last and then not have enough coins to complete. So we will go ahead and submit this one. I mean, we get like the worst pack for doing probably what is going to be the most expensive SBC. We get the rare consumables pack, but that's not the end of the world because that's actually quite good for squad fitnesses and stuff. So moving on into the, well, back to normal order, shall I say. Dortmund versus Bayern, a huge Bundesliga matchup, as we all know. It's just always a massive game, to be fair. At the Dortmund Stadium with the yellow wall, all of that stuff. Let me know what your score predictions would be down below in the comments section. I'm going to probably go for, I reckon it'll probably end up being a draw or something like that. Not too sure. Don't really know my Bundesliga football, if I'm honest. So, with this particular one, you need 1 Dortmund player and 1 Bayern player, and a minimum of 6 Bundesliga players in total. So, what I decided to go for was quickly have a look, see, I picked like a couple of Dortmund players, couple of Bayern players that I could use. As you can see, these were the ones that I decided not to go with. And I've gone with Rafinha at right back and then Weidenfeller in goal. Rafinha's not even on full chem, but you get a bit of leeway with this one. You only need 90 overall. As you can see, I've got 100. I've just gone for German centre-backs to get chemistry along the back here and try to use relatively high-rated ones because we do need to get a 79 overall rated team. That's not as low as it sounds. It does take a couple of half-decent players. And so that's 5. The back 4 and the goalkeeper is 5 Bundesliga players, but we needed 6. So whatever one I put in here, which turned out to be an untradeable Brazilian player, I was going to get 2 players here that are from Brazil. And it just turns out that they are actually a perfect link of chemistry. So this guy in midfield will actually get full chem if he was in the right position. And then from the other day, I did some 2-player packs and ended up getting 3 untradeable Spanish players to get a nice little trio of strong links together. And they're what brought my rating up because obviously quite a lot of the players I've got in this team are relatively low rated. Well, under that 79 anyway. So I did need to bring the rating up a touch. So I've used my untradeable Spaniards there. So it's obviously cost me a little bit less. But go with whatever you've got in your club. Like, that's always the way to go. If you've got untradables from doing 2-player packs, make use of them. So that's where we're at with Dortmund versus Bayern. Let's move on in now to 2 left. So we'll go to the Serie A, where we've got Genoa versus Sampdoria. Now, this one was pretty easy in my opinion. You needed 2 players from either club. So I've actually got 2 players that are both playing for Genoa, I believe it is. I've got my centre mid here and my centre back here. Both Italians, and then when it tells me that I need 6 players, I typically look for a little combo within the squad where I can put 6 players in and then completely sort of build the other half of the team with just a complete random nation and stuff. And as you can see, I found like the links of 2. So the right back to the centre back, the centre mid to the centre mid, and the striker to the right winger. And of course, they all get enough chemistry with each other, meaning that I can just branch off on this whole left-hand side of the team. And because like Spanish clubs aren't required for marquee matchups this week, those are the players that I've decided to use as like my filler players. You will have obviously seen it in the previous one for Dortmund versus Bayern. And then I wasn't too worried about the overall rating on this one. I just chose like gold, low, and then Spanish players from La Liga. And we've got a goalkeeper, a centre-back, left-back, centre-mid, and left winger. None of which I believe are very expensive. But again, if you've got, let's say, Turkish League players that are in those positions and you just want to use them, go for it. You know, be my guest. Do whatever you want. But this is just one of the options for you guys today. So that's Genoa versus Sampdoria completed. And don't forget, you have got all week to do this, so whether or not a big promo comes out, you know, we've got Throwback Thursday potentially this week. It hasn't been for the last couple, so I imagine, hopefully, we would get something this week. If so, it's going to force people to open a lot of packs, meaning that a lot of players are going to be on the market, and of course, meaning players are going to be able to, like, be sniped easier and stuff like that. And then the final matchup today is River Plate versus Boca Juniors, a massive Argentine clash right there. And for this one, you're going to use the 4-1-2-1-2 formation. What I've decided to do, because looking at those requirements, I see that I need 1 player from either club. So I've got my right backs from Boca Juniors. And then the other players that I've got are just not from those teams, because I imagine those players would obviously go up more. Because we do need 6 Argentine players minimum. Now, you don't necessarily have to do what I've done here and use the minimum 6 gold players that you need to be your Argentines. But that's what I've decided to go with. I'm more likely to pack players like this rather than the silver ones that I've got in my club. And I just feel at some point the silver Argentines are going to be worth a ton. I just feel like they probably will be along the way somewhere. So I've used my gold players, which I'm likely to replace with packs along the way. And then for the rest of the team, like once I got all of those, like you put these 6 Argentine players in and they're all gold and stuff, and you've got the Boca Juniors player, and then the top 3 requirements all go green. You got ticks in that department, so I just need to get 90 chemistry and get 11 players in the squad. At that point in time, I'm basically just putting low rated or my lowest rated bronze Irish players that are just not worth anything ever at this point in time in the game. So I've decided that I'll quickly stick them into the SBC and be done with it. So because we don't have like an overall squad rating, we just need to get a minimum of 6 gold Argentine players in. So that completes the marquee matchups today then. Let's go ahead and submit and we'll get it all done. And we get our rare gold pack as well as our premium gold players pack, I'm pretty sure it was, for completing. So I reckon there's probably like 100k's worth of rewards again for this week's marquee matchups. That's typically what there are. I imagine at this point in time it's probably costing somewhere between 20 and 30k to complete overall. So let's see what our 5 packs are, shall we? We've got Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. So that is a 15k pack. Rare Consumables, I don't know what they're worth. Rare Gold Pack is a 25k pack. So is that one. And then a Premium Electrum Players Pack. I'm not too sure what the value of one of them is. But I'd say, yeah, we're getting close towards 100k. Let's get the old Rare Consumables open then, nice and quick. And that's paid off really well. Like, I'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squad fitnesses. Cam to CM, CF to ST, like... Those are some half-decent things to get, and I'll sell the contracts at some point in time. Although I keep saying that, I've got like 1,800 of the rare ones in my club, so I need to do that at some point, maybe during a weekend league if they go up then. Time for the Jumbo Premium Gold Pack. Can we get an icon this week? That would be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Boards would be nice. We don't get it in the first pack. Was that 2 flares? Is that normal? Is it normal to have 2 or 3 flares? I'm not too sure. But we get Rodriguez, an Argentine that actually plays in the Argentine League, I believe, now. So he is someone that could definitely be used to sell right now for obviously marquee matchups and stuff, because I've got a duplicate of him. I'll just get rid of all of that stuff, and all of these guys can just go chill in my transfer list for now. I'll sell them in a bit, but yeah, that Rodriguez is definitely someone that can be sold. Discard the rest, move on. What order do I'll just open them in order, I guess. Yeah, I'll just open them in order. I know the final one's got some silver players in it, but I'll open in order. Here we go then, 25k pack. We do get ourselves a Team of the Week player. Who's it going to be then? Dutch striker. That is going to be Bast Dost, which is actually an 85 rated walkout in form. So, as much as I think he's probably a worthless player, like, he's not great. I'm not looking to use him in-game. He's got a high enough rating and stuff that he is someone that we will definitely submit for an SBC along the way. Also in the pack we get Eder, who plays in the Italian League, of course. What's he going for? I reckon around 30k right now, because people... There we go, current bid of 30k. That's made marquee matchups worth it this week for us. And an 85 rated inform is always going to be useful, regardless of how like non-usable it is in-game, because we can use it for an SBC along the way. That's brilliant. That has paid for marquee matchups for me this week. Absolutely love that. I'll stick these guys into the transfer list. I thought that flare was a little bit brighter than a normal walkout, or a normal drop down, should I say. So let's move on to the premium gold players pack. Can we get something else sick? Come on, give me the lights. Oh, we get the lights again, but this time it is just going to be a regular board pull. Who's it going to be? Italian, CM, AC Milan. That is Bonaventura. So not the greatest of players, but definitely someone that is good on the game. Have they like reduced the opacity of what the numbers show on screen? For some reason they look a little bit more faded out than normal. I'll show you when we get onto the next pack. Well, if we get a drop down, that is. But we get these guys. We get Wallace, who actually looks like someone that could be expensive along the way. Duplicate Pulisic and stuff. Yep, see you later. You can go on the transfer list, as can that guy, and they'll go into the club. Final pack then, the Premium Electrum Players Pack. Come on, give me something good. Another walkout or something would be amazing. Oh, we do get one. We do get the board pull. Come on, who's it going to be? French, LM, who's that? Bayern Munich. That is Franck Ribéry. We just got another. Is he a walkout? He is a walkout. We actually get walkouts for days in marquee matchups today. Of course, the ultimate screen version of him is no longer in packs. That would have been a nice, like, 75k. I'm not too sure what Franck Ribéry goes for, but look at that 86 over on the left-hand side. Does that look a little bit more sort of toned down than before? I feel like it does with the new patch. But marquee matchups certainly paying off again today, guys. We've done well. Who else have we got in the old pack then? So it's not major stuff, but these silvers definitely going to be worth something along the way. You know how much the prices of the Danish players are today, so these guys will definitely be worth something sometime. Let's take a quick little price check then at Franck Ribéry. What's he going for? 30k? 20 odd k? If so, that's brilliant. Like, if I'll take 25k for sure, but I imagine maybe he's a little bit less than that. I'll keep him in the club for now though, because he's a high-rated player that I can submit along the way. But that's been marquee matchups. I hope you guys have got as good a stuff in your packs as I've had in mine today. Obviously, we can't quite top last week, but I'll definitely take the guys that we've had today. So, thanks for watching. Smash a like on the video if you've enjoyed. Don't forget to sub to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you next time. Peace.